Okay, so this device I have right here is now debugged. I went in, I modded it to add some solder to a specific point, and it is now in debug mode. You can go check out that video if you want to see how I did that. But if you just want to see why I debug these things, well, there is a very good reason why. I'm going to go and start this up, and I don't have any save data on this device yet, so we're just going to go ahead and set the time to anything we want. There's our egg. Now, here's the first cool thing. This egg takes 1 minute to hatch. And it's hatching. Okay, so what we just did there was the first feature of what debugging does for us, and probably the most important feature. No, definitely the most important feature that I use to make the guides with, and that is you can just fast forward. So there's Kimon's first poop. Here comes his second. And his third. And then one more time, and he will evolve. There he goes. Now you'll see it's pretty quick pace. The fast forward on these devices moves at a rate of about 10 seconds per hour. So that means for every 10 seconds that I am in fast forward, I will move forward 1 hour in the Digimon's time. This is incredibly handy for debugging these devices since it can take hours. Well, no, it does take hours. It takes well over 170 hours. I forget the exact number, but to get from a baby to a super ultimate. And doing that takes a lot of time. When I did the guide for the Digimon Pendulum version 20th, I thankfully had a lot of people helping me, but it still took a long time between the people that were giving me data and doing my own testing, because we didn't know about fast forward yet. We didn't know that was a thing that we could do. And now that we do know, it's been very helpful for making the guides. This is how I made most of the guide for the Digital Monster X's, and that's how I'm going to be making most of the guides for these. So we now have Kimon here, or sorry, we have Yaman now, and what I would do next at this point is I decide, okay, what am I going to try testing with him? So right now he's level 1, he has 0 effort, and he has 0 care mistakes. And those are the 3 things that are the major deciding factors on what your evolution will become. Now for babies, usually level doesn't matter, at least it didn't on these. It might on this. But if I go ahead and I look in the album right now, I will see that I only have 3, 4, and 5 unlocked. I don't have 6 and 7. 6 and 7 would be Harrismon and Duskmon, but I do not have those 2 unlocked on this device yet. So right now I know I'll either get Agumon Black X, I'll get Gomamon X, or I'll get Kokuamon X. So from what we've seen so far, Agumon Black X should be multiple care mistakes with max effort, while Gomamon X should be no care mistakes with max effort. And actually, no, it was 0 effort works for Agumon Black X too. So if I do 0 care mistakes and 0 effort, well then this should evolve into a Kokuamon. So let's test that real quick. Easiest way to test this is if I move this clock forward to 9 p.m., then Kimon will now want to sleep. And you know what? We're going to let him get 1 care mistake. So he has no effort, he has 1 care mistake. Let's go ahead and fast forward. And like I said, it's 10 seconds per every hour. So that means to get to 7 o'clock would take us, well, that's 10 hours. So that would be 100 seconds, or 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and let that take place while I let the cat inside, because the cat is shrieking at me. So I'll be right back. The funny thing about this is the Pendulum version 20th and the Digital Monster X both have a pretty good fast forward speed. The fast forward speed on the Digital Monster version 20th is incredibly slow as far as fast forwards go. It moves at a rate of, what was it? It's 30 minutes, so yeah, 5 minutes per hour is what it is, compared to the 10 seconds per hour on this. Get him filled back up so we don't get the fast forward interrupted by him calling for something. Okay, here he goes. So let's see, will we get Kokuamon X? We sure do. That's awesome. And that was number 5. Okay, so then now we know. Okay, so 1 care mistake and no effort results in Kokuamon X. Now, I have the feeling that he's just the you didn't fulfill the other requirements Digimon, so there's a lot of combinations that could lead to him. And when that's the case, I do just say, other requirements or other conditions not met, because otherwise we'd be listing out a whole lot of different things that could lead to this Digimon, which it's just a waste of space to do. So, and traditionally speaking, as far as Digimon go, we've always said other conditions not met when referring to Digimon that have many conditions that are not distinct from, or they're not as distinct as the rest of the evolution options. So there we go, Kokuamon X. Now, I'm not going to go through and keep showing you more and more fast forwards. I think one gets the idea across there, but I will show you a few other features that we have here. So if we go to battle mode, or quest mode rather. Okay, so here we are in area 1, that's the only area we have. We're going to fight with Agumon, but first we fight Tokomon, and we get a 2. That's fine, I'm not that worried about that. Okay, we stopped it pretty well. And let's see what happens. Alright, we won, and let's see how much experience we got. 1,000 experience. That's right, so I'm already level 4 as Kokuamon, and that's his max level, of course. Debug mode, the first area, all enemies will give you 1,000 experience. The second area will give you 2,000 experience. And I know that sounds really appetizing, but again, I really advise against that because it just makes the device so much easier to play, or in a bad way. I mean that in a bad way. It's like there's no challenge to it. It's boring. It's really boring if you just can get experience that quickly and that easily. So again, I don't recommend using debug mode for normal play at all, just because it's just simply not fun. Now, next thing I'm going to show you here is that if we reset this device, let's go ahead and find our screwdriver. There it is. So straight up reset it, and we come over here and we choose load. We now have a selection of Digimon to choose from. So I can choose whichever Digimon I want, and we're going to go with. We're going to go with someone no one has gotten yet, despite them being a child level. We're going to go with Duskmon. So let's wrap back around here. Okay, and Duskmon. There he is. We're going to choose Duskmon. Now, this little thing right here, my friend Araran found this first. They thought it was a clock, but apparently it's not a clock. Apparently it lets us choose how many areas we wish to have unlocked when we start the device. Now this, speaking from a debug point of view, is amazing. I would have loved to have this because the only alternative before was to reset the device completely if I didn't want the areas unlocked. Usually going into debug mode and using the Digimon selector would unlock all the areas, and I know it sounds cool, but like I needed to test without all the areas unlocked. So this lets me choose which ones will be unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and say area 46 is unlocked. Just because that is the last area. Okay. Oh, I don't know what this does though. What does this do? Does it also go to 46? No, it goes much higher. I have no idea what this will do, but we'll just put it at 99 because it wraps around. No, we'll put it at like 19. I don't know what that'll do, but we'll find out, I guess. All right, set the clock. I don't know why I chose 3 p.m., but I did. Okay, so there we go. There's Duskmon, everybody. So we'll give him a little bit of food. We'll give him more than that, though. Okay, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and see what he looks like when he does his cut-in. And he is a free type since he is a, whatchamacallit, hybrid. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks like Duskmon. Sends out a big wave. Alright. Okay, so now we have him. So, I had a theory about Duskmon, and I hope it's not true. But wait, what was that? 190 out of 190. I chose 19 for the number, right? Oh. Snap. So that's what that does. That lets us choose what our winning, how many battles we've done. Why would they let you do that? On the Digital Monster X, battles didn't do anything other than look cool. Oh my, what will that do on here? What will that do on here? Okay, so I'm intrigued as to what on earth that will do. I have no idea. let's go and look at our library real quick. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's make sure everyone's here. Oh, 40's not. Oh, how interesting. So, oh, a few of them weren't. We'll go back to 4. Okay, so 40's not. No, 44 is there. Okay, so only 40 is not. 40 is the one you collect by connecting the black or white to this device. So that's insane, even with debug mode. Is it impossible to get number 40? Okay, that would be pretty insane if true. All right, so, and let's just see in here. We have, we should be on area 45 right now. There it is, and there's area SP. Same little graphics from before. Okay, so let's see how Duskmon evolves if I give him a few care mistakes. So we're going to set it to his bedtime. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fast forward without putting him in bed. We're not going to give him any effort either, and we're just going to see where this goes, because one of my things I have thought about is that Duskmon and Harrismon may be straight line evolutions, and I hope that's not true. And I think it for a few reasons to be the case. The biggest one of which so far has been that they don't unlock at the same time. Well, that really changed the lighting. I think it changed it for the better, but man, it really changed it. They don't unlock at the same time. The other children do. The other children are all unlocked by default, but you start unlocking adults without unlocking Harrismon and Duskmon. So that was really suspicious to me, and it got me thinking about a few other things, and I'm like, oh, maybe they are just straight lines, perhaps. And that's why they're kind of separate from the rest of the evolution. So I don't know. I feel like his top line would likely be 0 care mistakes, maximum effort, and possibly maximum level, but not necessarily. And that's how you would expect to get Velgramon. But if I give him 3 care mistakes, and I give him no effort, well, will he still become Velgramon? And that will kind of give us our answer. If he becomes something else just now, although care mistakes seem to have been a... This is going to take more than one test, but we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to fast forward through most of this, of course, so that you don't have to sit around for this. So we'll be back after a short break. Okay, here we go. Okay, theory disproven. I am okay with that. There we go. So we have Numemon X, and he evolved from Duskmon by having 3 care mistakes. I didn't give him any effort. Not sure if having effort would have mattered, but there we go. So now we know Duskmon is not separate from the rest of the evolutionary lines, as I had feared. So good. I am happy to have that theory disproven. All right. So we do have Numemon X now, though. That's unfortunate, depending on who you ask, of course. But yeah, so that's debug mode in a nutshell. Very useful, handy little feature, and I will be making use of that very heavily in the next couple of weeks to try to get every evolution as quickly as possible. Hopefully I can figure out all of the conditions for evolving, because last time with the Digital Monster X, there was one that threw me off a lot. That was having to defeat Stage 6 Digimon in order to evolve a certain number of Stage 6 Digimon. So I'm going to assume that's probably still an evolution condition on here. Now that I've seen debug mode can have you choose your winning percentage, I am worried that might be a condition for something. I don't know for what. Whether it's evolution or unlocking something, we'll find out. But yeah, there you go. I got one more video I'm going to do about the behind the scenes part of the Digimon, and that has to do with using these connectors up top to collect information from the Digimon themselves. And that one should be much shorter than this, I hope. Either way, so there you go. If you have any questions about anything I did today, just let me know. Or if you have any questions about the Digimon in general, same thing, let me know. I can absolutely answer them for you. I really wish I had kept this exposure for the entire thing, because this is much nicer than how overexposed it was at the beginning. I'm kind of upset at myself for that. I apologize. But I am trying to get these videos out quickly, so I'm not going to do a retake. just because, yeah, I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. Either way, I hope those of you who are still watching got something out of this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.